coming up on Coastin' the Desert. Welcome everyone to our final video here in Qatar.
We're on Ooredoo.
I didn't think it was gonna make it over.
Is that the Star Wars theme song? They don't have the rights for this.
I'm kind of dizzy.
Welcome everyone to our final video here in Qatar. It's stop number 3. We visited Doha Quest, we visited the Mariel Water Park, and today we're going to Lusail Winter Wonderland.
We're gonna ride the Verizon LTE coaster.
Yeah, they have like a cell phone company that sponsors like their big roller coaster there, and it's called like Oru. Yeah, and so it's the equivalent if like in the US a roller coaster is called Verizon 5G or something like that. I don't know, it's gonna be pretty funny. There's 4 roller coasters there, and it's primarily a nighttime destination. So before we head over, we're starting our day off here at the Pearl, which, you know, we were just in Dubai, and they have the Palm. This is like Qatar's equivalent. It's a man-made island filled with like tons of huge buildings.
You walk around and you're like, this is artificially perfect. It's kind of the same idea here.
Yeah, it's very cool, great scenery.
It's beautiful.
Architecturally, it is wonderful. So we're gonna get some nice views here, and then we're gonna take an Uber over to Lusail Winter Wonderland, and it's gonna be a great time. So in case you've never heard of the Pearl or know what it looks like, this is what we're dealing with. It is very, very cool looking. So we're in like the front, like half circle, like dome looking thing. What's nice about it is that you have like the marina that's like all the way in the center, and then there's just like beaches all around this, which is like fantastic. And the area where we specifically are in is called Porto Arabia. There's actually a lot of people here. It's like they decided to come here instead of the theme parks.
We found all of the residents of Doha. They're here.
This just in, they have rides here. There's the carousel, and they have food stands. They're doing their own food festival. They're all over. They think they're Epcot or something. All right, this one wins. All of these buildings make up Porto Arabia. I think there's like 31 buildings here is what I read. And many of them are residential. It can also be hotels. And I think there's actually like 30,000 people that live here on the Pearl, which is like kind of impressive for something that's like completely man-made. This place totally thinks they're a theme park. Now they have midway games.
They're like the most minimalist design too. It's very like different than when you normally would see these kinds of games where it's like in your face at the park.
This is like we just set up some walls and here you go.
They're literally throwing stuff at a piñata. Oh my.
Way over there you can see a U-shaped building. That's probably the most famous building in Qatar. Super, super cool. I think we're gonna get a better view of that later on once we get closer to Lusail. These are some huge yachts.
That one's mine.
That one's yours? Oh, no way.
Yeah, we're gonna go on it, but we can't show it on camera because privacy.
Yeah, of course. Right. Actually, fun fact, they said at the Mariel Water Park that they were building a dock for people who were on their yachts to just park at the back by that big oil tower so that they could just go on in and they didn't have to use the main entrance.
It's the fact that in this part of the world, that's something they have to like consider for everything. Like, where else did we go that was like that? Atlantis? Or no, we were walking around somewhere, like that one beach near like the Burj Al Arab, and there's literally like yacht slips everywhere. They're like, yeah, we just need to make sure like people have a place to park their yacht. I'm like, oh, of course. I mean, when I built my house, I considered that too. Like, where is anyone gonna park their yacht?
Hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of footage there from the Palace Vendôme Mall right here next to Lusail Winter Wonderland in the heart of Doha, Qatar.
That was a mall? Are you sure? I thought that was a castle.
Dude, that was like the bougiest like outside for a mall ever. We didn't even need to show you the inside because it looked like every other mall, but the outside was wild.
Unbelievable.
They had a lot of cool fragrance brand stores in there. I was like, yes! But it was very bougie. I was like, do I belong here?
Yeah,
You're like, I don't
that's very UAE of them.
Yes.
So we're now beginning our walk over to the park. So they have 4 roller coasters here and a bunch of like Carnival flat rides. This is kind of like a fair in that it is seasonal. It is only done, I think, from like, it's like November, December until like early March. Like we're pretty much coming at it at the very end of its season. This park is right here on the waterfront, so we get some really cool reflections here in the water, and look at these buildings.
Where? All I see is the Intamin half-pipe coaster over there. I don't know what you're
Yeah, it does kind of look like a half pipe. Dude, that is a really, really cool structure. Look at this, and there's the Tron canopy right over there. As we're continuing our walk to the park, they have all these like old cars out here on display. Look at all these. Yeah, we're almost there, and there's a massive top right here in the middle of a roundabout. That's cool. And here we are.
It's Winter Wonderland, and you know what? It's cold, so aptly named.
Look at these snowflakes, which is funny because in Doha it probably never snows here. Although if anyone has lived here and has seen snow, please let me know. But this is very fun. So they put the Ferris wheel right front and center when you walk in. Even though this is a seasonal event, they have several rides here that look very permanent.
There's a parade.
All the way down there. There's a bunch of bunny rabbits. And there's the ride we came here for. Ori 5G, whatever, Verizon Wireless.
I don't know, I've been calling it Verizon LTE.
Yeah, the AT&T coaster. Ah, the light package looks great.
It really does look great. It's so cool. I'm excited because like, I don't remember the name of the manufacturer off the top of my head.
IE Park.
IE Park. I don't think I've done anything by...
Neither have I. At least I don't think so.
I'll take it. I like, even if it's not that good, for me, like doing a new experience, like a new type of coaster experience is very fun for me.
Well, not great news, guys. It is currently closed for wind. It is too windy to operate, apparently. They said if the wind dies down, then they'll open it. So we can check back later, but not off to a great start. The one ride we came here for. Like, I'm not anticipating it being like an amazing experience, but it looks really cool. The light package is amazing. It looks very wacky and weird. So yeah, missing this is definitely kind of a bummer. I really hope that they get this thing operating, but we'll see. It is definitely very windy out today. So literally right after filming that, a crew went up there and they are pulling down some restraints, so I think they're about to do a test run. So that's good news.
That is good news. I am really excited. I really want it to open because this ride just looks so funky. I really want it to open.
So we just saw a test cycle for the first time, and I didn't think it was gonna make it over.
The ride vehicle, it seemed to a car, and it looked like the car was like running on fumes. Like it was almost out of gas. That was sus. Like the hang time, I don't think the loop's supposed to have hang time, and that they got hang time on that. That was bad.
I was more worried about the hill that came right afterwards.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, it's gonna valley. Like, oh man. All right. Well, hopefully, full train would be better. They just did 2 more cycles back to back, like literally just letting it roll through the station, just keep this thing going. And like, if it didn't valley after the first ride, logically, it should just keep getting faster after each continuous cycle. Like already cycle number 2 looked better than cycle number 1, number 3 better than number 2. So all good signs. Look at that, that's another train going up. We just talked to an employee, they said 10-15 minutes. This might be a win after all.
Are we talking about Ooredoo?
What else were you talking about?
I don't know. Are we gonna get to ride? Is that the going
I
rate?
think so, yeah. Let's go, they opened it. Awesome. And we have fast track for today, so we are gonna be the first ones on it. Here's our view as we're entering the station. Check this out. We got like car-themed cars, really cool. So these vehicles were designed to have like no legroom at all. So like if I were to keep my legs up like this, they would just stick out. So I have to like keep them crossed to fit in the vehicle.
I'll be blunt. My butt barely fits in here. And like, I'm not a size 0, but I'm not that big at all.
It's a small seat.
It's a small seat.
Our first ride there on IE Park's Ooredoo 5G. What do we think of that?
Well, Ori did.
Ori did.
I actually really enjoyed it. It was better than I thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was gonna be rough.
I thought it was gonna be rough too. That ride was glass smooth, and the loop, the only loop, was taken. The train took it really well. I thought I was gonna be like,
Yeah.
but I was like, okay, it really wasn't bad. Forceless, but I didn't mind it.
Oh, it's fine.
It was a good family coaster. I enjoyed
It's like a family coaster with one inversion. It's like Cheetah Hunt.
Yeah.
It's Cheetah Hunt.
Yeah, it's Cheetah Hunt.
There's like no room at all. The restraints are very rigid and like it's pressed up against you, but it's fine. I mean, like Matt said, there's really not many forces to this thing at all, so don't expect any airtime. The loop is fine. I think this is probably going to be a ride that'll be better in the back.
I also think this ride is a good ride for people who are just getting into those higher thrill rides, like you have the kiddie coasters, and then you have the in-between step rides. I think this is a great in-between step ride to actually start going on those bigger rides.
Well, let's think about what roller coasters are here in the Doha area. So, I mean, you have this. There's a family boomerang down there in an SBF coaster, and then you have Doha Quest, which has Epic Coaster, the premier. That's probably like the big coaster.
Yeah.
Of this area. And then, if that's not enough for people, then you have the parks in probably like Abu Dhabi.
Lighthouses.
Yeah, so like, this absolutely could be a stepping stone coaster for the people out here. And right after we got off our first ride, look at this. It is now a full queue. We are back here going again. Still a bit of a line, but we're here in the fast track, and so we definitely don't have to wait anywhere near as long.
We're on Ooredoo. Ooredoo.
Ori don't. More like
Arrow.
Ori did.
Oh.
First ride in the back row for me. You've already done it once, right?
Yes, I have.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's better in the back.
You like it better in the back? Okay.
Yeah.
I imagine because like it is so slow going over that drop.
Oh, it is,
Well,
yeah.
you're like we're literally crawling up the lift hill
Yeah,
right now.
and then in the back you kind of get, I don't want to say pulled because the ride has like little to no forces, but you're like,
the closest thing to being pulled
yeah.
the ride can provide for us.
While in the front you're just like, I still cannot get over how slow this lift is. I saw it like in a picture before we came here, and I was like, oh, it'll be fast.
You saw it in a picture. The
Yeah.
picture showed you the speed.
Well, no, I saw the lift in the picture, and I was like, okay, it should be fairly fast. Oh, oh my God. Oh my goodness.
See, that's better. That's better.
So, back row on Ooredoo 5G. I know, I can't take this name seriously at all. I think it's a little better in the front.
Yeah, I mean, the first drop is so slow. So if you're in the front, you're crawling into it. But if you're in the back, you get a little more speed going into it. So that was good. The inversion was weird because you kind of slow down in the middle of it. I don't know how else to explain it. It kind of feels like you get very, very slightly trimmed. So when you're on the back and you're slowing down and the other half of the train is directly above you, it's oh, it's a weird visual. But I don't mind the ride. I think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's again, it's a novelty. So
yeah. One thing that I noticed during that vertical loop was that the vehicles are so tight and the loop is so tight. So you are just squished right up against the car in front of you during the vertical loop. I'm
yeah.
Wow, I feel like I could reach out and touch the other car. Yeah, so that was kind of wild.
So if you turn the camera around, you will see there's all these cool food stops. There's a little market.
This is really, really cool. Yeah, look at this. I haven't been to Oktoberfest, but I feel like it's kind of giving Oktoberfest vibes. After that really cold ride on Ooredoo, what else can we do but take an even colder ride on the drop tower all the way up at the top? All right, let's see how it is. They're blasting music here as we're about to start up. Is that the Star Wars theme song? They don't have the rights for this. Wow, I feel like I should be watching an opening crawl right now. Look at this view. Wow. I have no idea how tall this thing is or who manufactured it.
Not a clue.
Yeah, it's not fun time. It's definitely not intimate. Is this Emperor? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's Emperor. Oh man, that was a good drop.
That was a good one.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good drop. I like that.
That was a fun time. Look how small this ride is. What? It's like little Yoshis. Is this Super Nintendo World? They have a hamster wheel on their SBF Visa. And it's actually an interesting layout. It's not like the conventional ones. The hamster wheel coaster is called Sky Coaster. It's not a Sky Coaster though. That is funny. So I have an over-the-shoulder restraint on an SBF coaster, which means only one thing. We're in the hamster wheel. And Sarah opted not to do it, which means Matt is sitting with me.
Oh, this is my first hamster wheel, and I've seen videos of it, and it just, I don't know where it is. So I'm a little nervous. And also the very comfortable padding also makes me mildly questionable about this.
Oh, it is. It absolutely is.
Jesus Christ.
You ready? Yep.
Oh, no.
That's why it's padded. Oh, what was that? Is that little drive tires?
God, it's struggling.
Oh gosh. Oh, yes. Here we go. Ah! 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 Ah!
I like the padding. It helps.
Oh, the padding helps
here we
a
go.
lot. Ah! Ah! Oh gosh! Those drive tires are brutal.
It's the ride operator laughing evilly for me. That was
Maniacal?
yeah. That was I don't know. I really don't know how to.
I think it's better from off the ride than on the ride.
Yes.
That was so bad. Next up, we're doing the Family Boomerang. This will be Family Boomerang number 2 on this trip. And I think it's the exact same layout, too.
I love these things.
They're so fun. Yeah. They're all over the place at this point, but they're a good time. Oh my god.
It went from, oh, look at the view of Ooredoo.
The view is amazing up
Oh my
here.
gosh, that's so
wow,
cool.
yeah, you have the beach to the left, you have the city out in front of us. Holy crap. Oh, this
That's
is
awesome.
fantastic.
Okay,
Whoa! Whee! Whoa!
I love these things.
Whoa!
It's weird because I feel like there were none one, and now there's like a bajillion.
Oh, they're everywhere, yeah.
It's so funny. Woo. And now the U.S. is gonna catch up.
I know, the U.S. is finally adding some. Whoa.
Oh, something got in my eye.
Woo!
Whee!
Good stuff.
That was fun.
Here's another one of the smallest rides I have ever seen. Wow.
There's a Build-A-Bear.
What?
Oh my God.
They have Build-A-Bear out here? All right, sure, why not? No way, they have characters here. Look at this other roller coaster. It's like teacups on a track.
I'm down. Let's do it.
The fact that there's an SBF Visa here and that thing in one park, I don't know, that's kind of awesome, I'm not gonna lie.
Better than the SBF Visa.
It is called Snow Dash. These vehicles are so funny. They look like Santa's sleigh.
I'm all about it.
This is our restraint. It's very, very bizarre. And technically, we can fit a whole nother person right here.
In theory, but I think it's good that we didn't try because, wow, that is tight.
This is so bizarre looking.
Oh, what the?
Whoa! 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 Ah! Oh my gosh!
What the?
What? Holy crap! Oh my gosh!
Why is this Loki the best coaster here?
What? I can't see a thing. Oh my gosh. It's all dizzy. It's so dizzy.
Mommy.
Oh, now we're going the other way, the other way. Ah! Oh! How many laps is this gonna do?
I'm getting dizzy. Oh no.
Ah!
No.
Oh my gosh.
This is like if you had the teacups on roller coaster track.
Yeah, pretty much. That's an accurate statement. Ah! Holy crap.
Oh, I think that might be it. Okay, yep, that was the best coaster here. I liked Ooredoo 5G, but this is like T-Mobile 7G.
I need some water.
Yeah.
One more ride we gotta do. It's just called Dark Ride.
That is a very unique name.
Very creative.
I'm getting Mystic Timbers vibes from the tree.
Yeah, that's big Mystic Timbers vibes right there. We have someone stirring a cauldron over there. And we have a dude with like gears in his mouth. Actually, that might be an ape. Anyways, I heard it's terrible, so we gotta do it. We have blasters to shoot the tiny dots. Like that one. Oh my gosh. That's a dog? What? Alright.
Wait, it doesn't keep score.
Yeah, there's no score. Wait, what's the point of this then?
So you can make stuff happen.
Oh, okay. Where's the music? No music.
Oh, what the?
These are literally just tarts. They're literally just tarts.
I love it. I'm living.
Sound. Oh, we have a...
That's the gun.
That's the gun? Wow. Oh, here's the exit sign.
Nice.
Here's the door. Where to go.
Oh, they got a secret window.
The fact that you can see the whole ride path. Like, they didn't even bother putting a wall right here. Hey guys.
Oh, it touched me.
Something touched you?
That shooting sound is really annoying.
You're annoying. Oh, hello.
Is that it? That was it? Wow, that was horrible.
That was not horrible. I loved everything.
It was pretty bad.
You're no.
So what happened to you during the ride?
So there was this like animatronic, I guess. So when you blast the target, it came out like that, and it got really close. It was starting to get really close. I was like, that's getting a little close. It was just like, and I was like, ah! Because it was like a slimy hand. It was so weird.
That did not happen to us.
Really?
Thank goodness. They clearly had a tight budget for this. They spent all their money on the other rides.
On Ooredoo?
On Ooredoo, yeah, that's where all the money
I
went.
think all the money
Yeah.
went to the Vekoma, let's be honest.
No, yeah, actually, you're probably right. And so we head out of Lusail Winter Wonderland. See you soon.
Because we're hungry, we're going to the mall because we haven't been to any malls on this trip yet.
Except for the one that we went to earlier today, which is the one that we're about to go back to. But since we already showed you that, we're gonna go ahead and outro here because we are also pretty tired and we are so ready for our adventure tomorrow.
Yes.
So, as you mentioned earlier, we are all done with Qatar, and so
For now.
Maybe
Someday we'll come back.
Maybe one day, yeah, absolutely. We're moving on to the next adventure, which is going to be Egypt.
I'm
First time.
beyond excited. Egypt has been very high on my bucket list.
That's what our next episode is going to be. We're going to show you guys the Great Pyramids of Giza, which just sounds insane. I can't believe that we're saying that. And we're going to show you the SLC, where you can see the pyramids, right? Which is just so wild. So it's going to be a good time. So stay tuned for that. But we hope that you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, Qatar!
Coming up on Coast in the Desert.
This doesn't even look real.
Taylor made a friend.
And here it is, Egypt's largest roller coaster. You hit the top of the lift, you look out, and those pyramids are so huge you can see them plain as day. All these people are standing up on a moving boat ride. Woo! That was like way too fast. There is absolutely no chance they have the right to use the Smurfs here.